Absent-minded gamer here. Hey, we're back for episode 19 of 5 random airports and airfields. And this week we're going to take a look at air bases. More air bases, but this time they're going to be outside the United States, and we're going to kind of go all over the place and all over the world with it. And we're going to even hit some that are still active and some that aren't. So let's just jump right in. The first one that I came to and that I find interesting is RAF Weston on the Green. This airfield or aerodrome would have been used during World War One. I believe it. I read that it shut down after World War One, but there's still buildings on the property, the officers' quarters, and something else that are being used presently, but they're not being used. They're being used commercially, but not by the military. So with this one, you have 3 runways. You have one 3,468-foot runway, one 3,752-foot runway, and one 3,205-foot grass runway. And as you can see, it takes up a pretty good amount of real estate here. And we got we're gonna be in the Weston on the or is it Weston on the Green? So let's go take a look. Now, I did find scenery files for everything except here, and I'm pleasantly surprised that the default scenery for here is as good as it is. I'm assuming that these were probably officers' quarters. Um, there's a lot of history on this particular place on the internet. So, anyways, that's going to be Weston on the Green. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the SE5 and take a quick little flight over the aerodrome or airfield and see what we can see. Alright, well, I found this little beauty on flightsim.to, and I thought it would go nicely with this particular airport, airfield, aerodrome, whatever you want to call it. So let's just jump right in. Check out that gun. Isn't that cool? I love these old planes. Guy needs to adjust his seat, I think. Alright. I apologize for the loud engine noise. But that is probably pretty realistic. Can you imagine what it had to have been like to fly these things? check it out, the grass. That's neat. Alright, well, here we are. We're back on the ground, and that is going to be Edward George Ida Union. I forgot the IACO code. So there you are. We're going to go on to the next one. Next up is going to be Andersen Air Force Base in Guam, and this is going to be Paul George Union Adam. And this has 2 runways, both of which are 12,196 feet of asphalt. Now, I did download a file for this particular airport, add in some of the airplanes, and make some enhancements to the actual base. So, and I found that file on flightsim.to, and you can find it there by just going, and you can do this with all of them, except the last one. There was no scenery file for that one. But all of them, just go and search by the IACO code, and it should come right up. Oh, wow, look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh. Okay. I think you guys got a problem there. But anyways, so here we are. There's a C5 Galaxy. The real estate this base takes up is huge. We got, looks like we got commercial mixed in with military, and that is going to probably because I'm using FSTL, and it's trying to populate the airport while I have this other file on there that's adding in all the military aircraft. I'm guessing. A well-detailed base. And it kind of puts you right there, I think. The logistics here must be incredible. And this is an active airbase. Really nice array of mixed types of aircraft here. Lots to look at. Lots of little eye candy. Check out this thing. That must have been Valdez Airport. Welcome to Valdez. Okay, well, it looks like I don't know anything about this particular airport, so I'm assuming that they do share it commercially with airlines. The military shares the airport. Alright, well, let's just jump in and we'll go for a quick flight and see what the area has to offer. been using this F-18 a lot. This is the one that came from, it was the Legacy F-18. I really like this, the way this one flies. I like this one that the afterburner actually engages when you go full throttle rather than having to push a button.
Anderson Tower, Black Knight.
That place is huge.
Oakland Center, Black Knight 202 is type Boeing 1 miles northwest of Anderson, 2,900 feet. Request flight following. Black Knight 202, Oakland Center. Squawk 6076, Black Knight 202. Black Knight 202, radar contact 2 miles northwest of Anderson, 3,400 feet. Altimeter 29.92. Roger, Black Knight 202.
Oh, we're not going very fast here. I got a problem there. Somebody's general aviation aircraft is parked on that C5. Alright, well that's going to do it for Anderson. I'm not sure what it looks like without the extra file, so you may like it default so it doesn't have all these military aircraft, but I prefer the military aircraft parked here. So that's going to do it. We're going to the next one. Next up is going to be a Sandrestrom Air Base. Now, this is no longer used as a military air base, and I cannot pronounce the actual name of this place, but the IACO code is Boy George Sam Frank, and it has one runway that is 9,181 feet of asphalt. As you can see, it clearly looks military. I mean, as some of the outside areas do look military. This was formerly Sandstrom Air Base. And we are in Greenland. This is another one. This is I did add a scenery file to this. So it has been improved. The parking areas are kind of interesting. Really an interesting place. See here. Like that looks like that could have been, well, yeah, that could have been parking for a military base at one time. And there are these old structures over here. Interesting. So that was probably all part of what would have been the military base, I'm guessing. And this would have been used during World War II, I believe. I was hoping the terminal building would have the new name on it, but it doesn't. Alright, well, we're going to be in the de Havilland Caribou for this flight. And we'll just make a quick little turn. It's a beautiful spot here. And it is kind of interesting to see all the roads and everything that would have, trying to make sense out of what you're seeing here. All right, let's go. That didn't sound good, huh? Not much to see in old Greenland, is there? It's pretty, though. This is still a fun plane to fly. I really like this. I really want to see more of these kind of planes. This era of planes. Next up is going to be Keflavik Airport. It is going to be Boy Ida King Frank. And this particular base was built in 1943, and I believe it is no longer in service. I read that there was a small National Guard detachment that was still there back in the 90s, but I couldn't tell you. All I could tell you is what I found on the internet. So, but here we are. This is another one. We got a lot of real estate. You got hardened hangars here, bunkers. And this is another one. I did find a scenery file for it to add to its detail. And for some reason I forgot to get the runway length for this one. But if you need it, you can look it up. There are two runways. There's one there and one that crosses over there. Just Flight Simulator will tell you. But this is another one. Lots of real estate. You could tell it was a pretty serious air base at one time. And now it is just an airport. Pretty decent terminal buildings. There you have it. there's another tower over here also. Interesting. Pretty interesting area. I've always been fascinated with it here. The scenery here.
Foxtrot Hotel Tango Mike Bravo is type 3 miles north of Keflavik, 2,600 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Foxtrot Hotel Tango Mike Bravo approach. Squawk 6104.
Squawk 6104, Tango Mike Bravo.
Tango Mike Bravo radar contact 3 miles north of Keflavik, 2,900 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Tango Mike Bravo.
Look at that, we're just at 92. Our speed's 90. And we are dropping here. My pitot heat is off. That don't matter. I bet the weather could get pretty wicked here if it wanted to. gotta quit sightseeing. It's alright. There's lots of room on this runway. Alright, that's going to do it for Keflavik. And lastly, we have Aviano Air Base in Italy. And the IACO code is going to be Lincoln Ida Paul Adam. And this base was built in 1911, and it is currently still in use. It is 8,542 feet of asphalt with one single runway. And the first thing you notice here is check out the mountain ranges. Isn't that awesome? I'm going to go in and add the real world weather and see what it looks like here. Okay, well, not much different, but some low clouds anyways. So, we got lots to look at here. This is another one. I did get a file off of flightsim.to, like I said. So, yours may look different if you don't have that file. It does have military jets parked here. Hardened hangars. And I'm assuming that's all military base. Pretty cool. So, and this takes up a great deal of real estate. I think that's just normal with any air base of this era or past. Military vehicles. Was hoping to see some planes parked in the hangars, but no. What are you doing? Huh. That's a really good trick. Alright, well, high on life, I guess. What an impressive place. This was saved the best one for last, I think. So let's just move along here. Go for our flight. We'll go check out this area up here. I do not see any. Well, yep, now there's United Kingdom, a government plane. Not seeing any civilian planes here, so this is strictly military. Impressive. Oh, check that out. We'll just pretend we're taking a visiting commander on a tour of the airport, the surrounding airbase. A bird's eye view. lot of wind here. Impressive. Alright, well, hey, we're going to get ready for a landing here, and that's probably going to do it for this episode of 5 Random Airports and Airfields. Can't believe this is episode 19. Next one's going to be 20. Well, I can count. Isn't that neat? You know, if I've inspired you to go check out any one of these air bases, or inspired you to try out any one of these airplanes, I have done my job. And I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And I'm going to ask you again, please hit the like and subscribe. And if you have any friends that you think might enjoy watching this, send them my way, will you? I'd really appreciate it. Alright, let's go ahead and get down on the ground.
$500.
I like the way those lights are coming off the hill like that. That's pretty cool. Alright, that's going to do it for this week's video. Thanks again. See you in the next one. And have a wonderful day. I love that Kodiak.